everybody, welcome here in our future clinic in Ho Chi Minh City. My name is Dr. Michael. I am from Germany and cooperate since many years with some clinics here in Vietnam. Our customers and patients ask very often about COVID and the situation and what they have to know to take care of themselves. We would like to give you today a short overview about, let's say, what we know already about COVID and vaccinations. COVID, now we can say after a couple of years, is a SARS virus and on the level of a moderate and heavy virus infection like influenza. And as you maybe know, influenza can be a big problem for patients, especially patients which have already a problem or in the advanced age, plus chronic diseases like diabetes. So for this target group, we can say it is dangerous. We have to do something, especially prevention, and if the infection is there, then we have to follow some protocols to reduce the effects, the biological effects to this, let's call it immune defense reactions. So, and this shows us a lot of symptoms which we can treat. At the end, we cannot really treat a vaccine, only we can support our immune system, that the immune system with many different weapons reduce the effect, the biological effects of a virus infection, including to terminate the virus after a couple of times. So, and to get a summary, we have to take care of this problem. We can do it here in the clinic. We can help our patient what they can do by themselves, how they can improve the immune system. Also it means the defense of such virus infection. And there is many things what we can do at the moment. So this is the first question, huh? Correct? You make a cut, of course. Do you want to know more details? Here is what happened to our immune system and body after get the infection. If the patient got this infection and get a similar reaction like an influenza, I said again, we can treat the symptoms and we can improve the immune system. We call it also immune therapy. Similar to the immune therapy in field of cancer therapies. We improve with different methods the immune system, and we recommend to the patient to have a very good lifestyle, especially in this period. Means, also, health food, don't spread this infection to other people. You know already how we can do it. The best what we found out is to keep distance to other people. The mask doesn't work well because the virus are too small that we can filter out the virus like in what we think about. But to improve a little bit our immune defense, we can do such things like mask, like distance, and also have a good food, lifestyle food, vitamins, vegetables, fruit, everything. What everybody know already to realize a good food, a good lifestyle. Question 2. After, let's say now 1.5, 2 years after we have the opportunity of different vaccines and some more experience in clinics, a big so-called clinical experience, We found there is sometimes also a long-term effect, so-called long COVID or post-COVID. We have different terms in this field. And patients come to the clinic everywhere worldwide and complain the situation, feel weak, feel uncomfortable, nausea, many symptoms which are similar like a normal infection, bacterial or virus infection, but for a long time. So since this time we call it long COVID, means the COVID is done, the infection is done, the active infection is done, but not the symptoms. The symptoms still there. At the moment we don't know exactly, is it from the virus infection or is it really from the vaccine as a side effect? Yeah, we keep it together. We don't think also until we have complete results from the science work. We treat it as a combination of COVID infection and long-term infection with keeping the symptoms or vaccine side effect and the symptoms. This is at the moment for us one group, but we have to help. We have to do something. We cannot wait until we know it, and we found some different methods to reduce the symptomatic for this patient. So let's talk about what is maybe the most important question for a patient. What can I do? You have many things in your hand, patient, especially your lifestyle. Of course, you should think about, is this what I'm doing exact? We are talking about food, the energy you need. You are what you eat is a proverb everywhere in the world. And do you have nutrition and especially vitamins, minerals and everything what the body also needs enough? And you will find out easy, mostly not good enough. Not good enough for a healthy life, and you can do it. It's at the beginning a little bit more difficult to find the right food, and you say, oh no, I don't order industrial food, yeah, which I can buy, which I can order. Make a fresh food, fruits, vegetables, whatever you like, but keep it in balance. Not so much sugar, and so many other things. Of course, no alcohol, especially in this time, and also no cigarettes. This is one point, and a big problem for many people. They don't realize it is a big problem, but this is the normal psychological stress, which we have almost every day when we go to the job and work, and when we have problems in the family, and we have to get it under control, because also this point of the lifestyle can create many problems which improve the symptoms of a long COVID. And very, very important, I know it is not easy, is movement. Natural movement. You must not go in a gym center. Yes, if you have the time and can do it, wonderful. But if you have normal movement by walking or by small body exercise, whenever you have a little bit time during the job or in the private area, it's very, very helpful. Movement, the best is on the fresh air. If you have the opportunity, a park, move your body on the natural way. Natural way means it must not be power training. Movement would be enough. And in this balance, reduction of stress, improvement of the food quality, and movement, which is a part of our life, you have, we would say, 50% of this treatment result in your hand. The rest we can do in the clinic. We help you with detoxification programs, which is important because you collect a lot of poison, which have something to do with the infection. You use medication, which have also a lot of side effects and poison. We have to clean up the body, and we have to improve also some, let's call it, some materials which your body needs, like vitamins. We can improve it with IV products. We have many other things in our hand, especially medical plants which have a very, very high antiviral effects. We have it in all countries, anyway, in Europe, Western countries, or in Asian countries. Some plants, I don't know the name here in Vietnam, we have these medical plants which help to reduce the virus attack. For very hard cases, we found that one or some of our methods are very, very good, especially if we would talk about the detoxification. The strongest weapon we have in some clinic is the apheresis. Apheresis is similar, almost the same, but only for clinic use, like a hemodialysis. Maybe you know when people have a kidney problem and the kidney doesn't work good anymore, then we have to clean the blood with a machine. We filter the blood and clean up the blood. Everything what we don't need, heavy metals, chemical substances, also viruses and bacteria, and also fungal infection we can purify with such treatment, so-called therapeutic apheresis. So this is our strongest version. The bad news is we have to do it a couple of times. One time is not enough. If there is a very strong side effect, range of side effects, we have to do it once a week, 3-4 times, then we can say it's clean. It reduces also the virus load, anyway, which virus it is. And then a next treatment, so-called ozone therapy. We bring some O3, not O2, O3 into the bloodstream with a special treatment, very little, and can get all the chemical effects what we do with O3, to use O3 as a water cleaner, for example. Yeah? O3, we can clean water, we can clean the air, and we can clean our blood. Please forgive me this word, clean the body or clean the blood. We really increase the blood quality. And there is after then no microorganism anymore. That means no infection anymore. O3, also this treatment we have to do a couple of times, 2 times, 3 times per week. But this is a very simple treatment, not so difficult like apheresis. And some other things, for example, if we let the body sweat, we use another treatment system, so-called hyperthermia. We increase the core temperature of our body. Core temperature is 36.8 to 30.5 or 38. We have 2 effects. One effect is we increase the blood circulation, very strong, and all the detoxification ways from our body to bring all these poisons out of the body. And we increase at the same time the natural killer cells. Natural killer cells have to function to kill any kinds of small animals which we have in our blood, in our system, bacteria, viruses and fungus. So, and that is the point. This is the natural way, supported from clinical devices, to clean up the body, and at the end it is a therapy. There is very, after a short time, no virus problem anymore. So, but a summary is, we increase the immune system. This is also a way to increase the immune system, which has the function to support the human body against virus infection. So you heard now about the mechanical cleanup of the body with apheresis, which is not in all the clinics available. Only in some clinics in Vietnam we have it. Here in the F clinic we can offer this treatment, which is a very good idea. Some other treatments are also available which have a similar effect. One of them is the ozone therapy. Simple to explain. We take a little bit blood out in a sterilized vacuum bottle, mix it with O3, not so much, this is only some microgram, mix it, shake it and bring it back into the body, and join all the effects we have with O3. O3 we use for water purification, for air purification, and since more than 80 years in the medicine to clean the blood. At the end we have a clean blood, and all the positive effects. The quality of the blood we can measure by the blood flow. If the blood flow very well and have also a nice color, red, not dark like black red, something like this, then we have a very high blood quality. There is enough hemoglobin and red blood cells which transport the O2 to the cells and bring all the toxins out of the body. And we have another one to improve the blood circulation. The blood circulation is life. Why? Blood transport the energy in form of molecules and oxygen to the cells, and from the cells the let's call it the metabolic end products out of the body. This is a normal procedure which we can improve by heat. If we heat it up, when you go in a sauna or when you stay in a hot area for a while, you start to sweat and you can see it, the skin is red because about the blood circulation. This is one positive effect of detoxification, and the second positive effect is heat in our body is the same like fever. Fever is a normal reaction whenever there is an infection. A normal reaction, everybody should get it. Yeah. And in case we increase the temperature by fever or by sauna, or in the medical world we call it hyperthermia, we increase the temperature, the core temperature with a device, we increase at the same time again the blood circulation and the natural killer cells, so-called NK cells. NK cells are very important, especially in field of infection. NK cells have the function to kill any kinds of microorganisms like viruses, bacteria and fungus. That's the point. And we can support everything, especially the immune system, with some medication, for example, with vitamin C, with some special minerals, with many other things, whatever make our body strong. Similar to a natural food, we can support the body, especially the blood system, with intravenous materials which have a similar effect like a very healthy food. Yeah, if you come in our clinic here in Ho Chi Minh City, the F clinic, and get all this information again from one of our doctors, of course, at least the second question is how much? How much we have to pay? Of course, you have to know everything, nothing is for free, and also we have to charge some money. And sometimes we get the feedback, oh, this is expensive. Then we ask the patient very often, what do you mean expensive? Expensive for your life, to keep your life in a very high level. You know already how many people die about COVID or about other infections, also about a vaccine which is not free from side effects. And the treatments are, we can really say, are not cheap, but not so expensive that we can say it is impossible for the people. Yeah. In any cases, you get our clear information, and we do our best to inform you about the possibilities and opportunities, and we can promise you will get our best.